it's Di, and this is a video of our learning stash and also how we organize it. And this has been a highly requested video over about the past month or so. People have been asking to see what all we have in our learning stash, basically all of the learning items that we have, and then also how we keep all of those items. So I will go ahead and take you on a mini tour of all the different places that we have our learning items and kind of show you what we have, and then also show you how I'm keeping them organized right now. I will say that the organization of the items is not exactly how I want it to be. Right now we have a lot of different items in different areas of the house. They're basically organized where they're at in the house and where we use them the most, and it's working pretty well at this location, but I'm hoping in future locations I'll be able to get all of our learning supplies, all of our art supplies in one centralized area, and hopefully I can kind of get everything condensed and organized together a little bit better. So you kind of see what I mean as I go through things, and I'm hoping eventually they have those scrapbooking drawer items at Michael's or other crafting stores, and that's my eventual goal, is to get all of our learning supplies and crafting supplies into one of those items and then have it all in one space. At this house currently, our crafting items are all downstairs because it just works best for us to do our crafting down here at the kitchen table, and then we have all of our workbooks and all of our posters and things like that upstairs where the playroom is, and that's because that's where those items are used the most. So I will take you on a little mini tour and show you where we keep everything and what all is in our learning stash. So this is the first area that I wanted to show you that has actually our crafting supplies in it downstairs, and this changing table is actually right next to our living room and right next to our kind of kitchen area, and it's where we primarily do all of our crafting. So I actually ended up with an extra shelf in this. I've shown this in other videos, but this is how I have all their diapers organized over here on this side. And then I had an extra area over here on this side. So I actually used the bottom. The top one has like extra diaper genie refills and cat food and that sort of thing. And the bottom I actually had an empty space. So I went ahead and utilized this to put all of our crafting things in it. So I have these two containers from the container store, and I have the crafting supplies separated into these. So I'll show you all of our crafts out here. So these are the two boxes that I have in the diaper changing station downstairs, and these are just two plastic containers from the container store. I believe they're called a sweater box, and they're around $5.99. I ended up using this size because it was just the perfect size to fit down in the changing table and to have two stacked on top of each other. So that's how I ended up using these. And I have just the things divided into two different categories, and this is all of our crafting supplies that we do for our most used crafts. Over here in this box I have a number of pom-poms that are all sorted out by size, just in individual Ziploc bags. And then I keep all of the construction paper that has been cut into here on the top. Underneath that I have some extra felt that I use for felt projects. This is kind of a back stock of felt. Then there's some tissue paper that we've used for tissue paper projects, and then on the bottom is the bulk of our construction paper, and just, you know, has all of our construction paper. We do a lot of construction paper crafts, so that's all the new and unused construction paper down there at the bottom. Then this is kind of like our odds and ends bin. So I have things like our little flowers in here that we used for our project last week. There is a little puffball thing that actually needs to get separated out by size, and it came in this container here, so I just opened this. This will eventually all get sorted out by what items it's in. These kits came from Target. We really love these, and it has just a number of different items that you can use for crafts in it. There's some extra puff balls from a project and a little monkey project to do at some point. And I have all their little grab and go packs here in this container, and then just some extra stickers. I do keep the stickers in a different part of the house, and these are some adhesive eyes that are in a reclosable package. Then down here I keep their glues and paint sticks and things like that down in this bin, and sometimes this Elmer's glue will be over there, but apparently it didn't get stuck back in there. And then it just has odds and ends from different crafting projects that we've done, like the gingerbread men and presents and ornaments that we did around Christmas time. Down here underneath this area there are our pipe cleaners and just some different stickers that friends have given us, and then also just some note cards that we sometimes include with little things that we send to people and that sort of thing. So this is pretty much just our odds and ends bin. There's really not a super load of rhyme or reason to it, so eventually, like I said, I'd like to get that drawer system so that way I could have all of different category items like stickers or these little pom-pom things, all those sorts of things could have their own drawer, and I think that would make it more organized. So Isabella is over here working on her busy bags, but I'll show you that in a minute. So the next main area is up in the playroom area, and this is where we keep a lot of our learning things. And so everything that we need for the bulletin board we keep over here. And this is like kind of our main station for all of the bulletin board items and all of our preschool at home items. This is in the desk area just adjacent to the playroom area. So you can see here I have all of the reader books that I keep pulled out from the regular book rotation. These are books with paper pages, and so I don't want Natalie to get a hold of these and rip the pages and that sort of thing. And these are also the ones that are kind of labeled pre-readers or level 1 and then level 2. So I kind of keep these as a part of our learning materials, and we have one pre-reader, Hattie the Dancing Hippo. We have an I Can Read level 1 Pinkalicious. We have a What is a Princess? You guys have probably seen that in other videos. Level 1 Toy Story 3 Toy to Toy. We have a pre-1 Munsters 1 to 10. And then there's a couple of these little critter ones, and then also some step 2 ones. I've also kept the Feelings book over here because it's another one of those paper pages book, and we also have a Princess Potty book that again is the same thing. These are all of the items that I use to change out our daily bulletin board. So it's got all of these monthly things in there. It came with all the numbers, and then also it came with the 5 days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And if you ever see me filming on Saturday or Sunday and there's no letter or there's no day name up there, that's because it didn't come with one. But I keep all of those right here, just accessible in this area. I got this little kind of office caddy at Staples when I got a number of other learning items, and this is kind of like our little learning hub. I keep all of our flashcards right here and a memory game that came with one of her highlights magazines. And then I also keep a box of crayons upstairs, and there's a box that stays downstairs. There is some glue stick right here, and then also a number of post-it notes just for, you know, general use back there, and then some stickers here in the back. Over here I keep everything like Sharpies or scissors, just things that need to be at fairly high. There's some extra envelopes. Those are really for my own office use rather than the preschool at home. Some more stickers. Then in here I just have for photos, but I'm going to print those out, and then also the Velcro stuff that I use for the preschool at home. Back here I have some file folders. I also got these at Staples, and I put all of the girls, or really Isabella's, extra worksheets in here, so pretty much just keep mainly the ones where she's written letters. And then when we go back through the alphabet at the end of the year, I'll go ahead and probably discard some of these old ones and then just keep the current season that we're on. And then I just have some extra file folders that are that kind of turquoise color. Over here I have 2 file folder holders, and I keep all of their workbooks and everything down in here. I just keep them stacked on top of the printer for right now because it works out okay. I'll take these down on the floor and show you what's in here. So I will show you real quick what is in our workbook stash, and most of these came from Target. Actually, some of our favorite ones are from Target, like these Crayola ones, and then other ones came from teacher supply stores, and then some of them even came from like Staples, where I actually got these containers as well, and things like these big skills for little hands came from Staples. So we just have a variety, and I'll kind of go through and show you what we have in those containers as well. Over here in this one we have all of our kind of coloring books that we keep upstairs, and then also all of our highlights magazines I keep organized in this one as well. So in this one I have some of these small word skills ones. I actually found these homework helpers at a local teacher supply store. They just have cute little worksheets, and I think next year we'll probably really start using those a lot more. I have these 2 Leapfrog Kindergarten Readiness. These are from Target, actually in the dollar section. There's kindergarten reading and then preschool math skills. We've done a couple of those so far. This Crayola Shapes one, they actually have new versions of this in the dollar section at Target. We love this one. This one's great. Bright, colorful pictures. I love the tracing down at the bottom, and so these have been really great workbooks. We love those. Another one from the Target dollar section about a year ago at the back to school time is this Reading Readiness book. I love these books. It's just got little different pictures about rhyming and word finds and picture finds and things like that, all age appropriate for pre-K, so those have been great. Another one from Target in the dollar section, the Count and Connect. This is another great one for numbers, so that one's pretty good. And then also the one that we use the most, the absolute the most, is this P Begins with Panda. This is a tracing one, and this one has pretty much the worksheets you see. We definitely do a worksheet out of this one every single week. So that one's been another really, really great one. Some more that I got from Target. These were not in the dollar section. These were actually in the regular books section. These are wipe-off, ready-to-read books, and they actually have areas where they can practice writing in the letters, and an area at the front where they can practice writing the letters. And I found that in the regular section at Target. We'll probably start doing the wipe erase ones after she turns 3. And then learning to print, another one that I found at Target, just has them follow along the dotted lines. So I thought that these were great because they had nice bright pictures in them, and then also they are the wipe off kind, so you can keep reusing them. I don't have to make copies. This is one that I believe my mom sent to me, so I'm not exactly sure where it came from, but this is another great preschool workbook, and it probably came from a dollar store somewhere. This is I Can Cut, so this is one that I'm going to be making copies out of. I got it at Staples. So it's got a variety of different things that the kids can cut around and work on their cutting skills. And then the other one that I got at Staples is I Can Trace. And then this is another one that I will make copies of. I'm planning on the next session of Preschool at Home. So basically when we go back through the alphabet, I'll start using this one as well. So those two came from Staples. And then I have another one back here that's following directions. I got this one because I thought Isabella could probably use this one. We use this one occasionally. We've used it so far. And it's just got a different variety of activities where they need to follow the directions. I found that at a teacher supply store. Then back here, there's a page that she colored, some extra paper. This is another thing that someone sent to us, Colors and Shapes Dora. And then this is another thing that one of our friends gave to us. It's a dry erase, lowercase letters, and then another one for capital letters. So we're going to start using those when she's closer to 3. So that is our workbook stash. And then over here we have all of our highlights magazines. These are organized by the month. And then also I have the highlights calendars that came with the subscription, and then some extra workbooks like the weather and seasons and colors and shapes and sizes, and then just some extra books down in there like the Caps for Sale and Corduroy as well. So that is pretty much our workbook stash, and pretty much all of the sheets that you see, I make copies of them out of either that or I print off free printables online. And obviously my helper is awake, so I have lots of helpers everywhere at this point in the video. So we'll see how far we make it here. This is my Preschool at Home little bind. This one is great. It's from the Martha Stewart line. It's just got a little calendar up at the front where I can keep track of different things. Then it's got a weekly calendar, and I keep track of the different themes here at the side. And so you can see I'm keeping track of the different themes over here. And then here I was keeping the different lesson plans, but now I'm just keeping them on the computer. Here I'm keeping the different weeks written out in the back, so it's an easy reference. And then everything we keep on the bulletin board, I'm keeping this back here in these plastic sheets. We've got the letters that I use for decoration, the different themes that we've done. I keep the theme things that I've printed off, any words that I've written out, numbers that I've printed off. I keep all of those items back here in the back. So that's pretty much our Preschool at Home little mini binder, and I keep that up in the top with the other turquoise items. So now I'm in our guest bedroom, and this is where I keep all the extra items for the bulletin board. I just got this little basket at Target, and I kind of keep all of the odds and ends down in here. So I've got just random things kind of sorted out, and you can see that a lot of items are longer, so they are just in here kind of folded over, but the little weather panda items are here in the back. And then I have some extra flashcards and the extra little critters that go up on the wall for weather things down in the bottom of this. And the last area is over here in a corner. We just have all of the different bulletin board items. This is actually in the little container that my sister gave it to me in. So eventually I would like to get a dedicated container specifically for these bulletin board items. But for now I'm just keeping them in this container that they are given to me in. Which brings me to the last area. I have a feeling because I've done this in a bunch of different parts that this has turned out to be a very long video, but these are what I am currently housing the busy bags in, and this is not like a stellar organization job, it's just what's working out for us right now. Eventually, like I said at the beginning of the video, I would like to get one of those kind of rolling carts with multiple drawers from Michael's. In here, I have all the busy bags that came from the original busy bag event that we went to, and those are all in their individual bags. Here I have the busy bags that came from the event that we just went to. For right now, I'm going to keep those separated into those two Disney recycle sacks, and then I will, hopefully eventually get one of those rolling carts. I may try to get it sooner rather than later to try to get some of these things together. But at current rate, this is what we have for our current learning system. So that is it for our learning stash. I feel like this has probably been a super long video, and I will do updates in the future as we get kind of better organization for the different things. But as we've started adding more and more, especially recently, I've noticed I need to start getting some more organizational things for all the learning items. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.